EA Sports coverage of the National Football League welcomes you to USAA Stadium, the home of the Madden Championship Series. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, we are about set for kickoff. Greg, talking to the coaches all week. We're so curious to see what's going to play out here at the start of this one.
And ideally, I think each of these teams is thinking, okay, we think this is how the game's going to unfold. This is our plan. This is how we're going to go attack. And if that's the case, great. But very rarely does that happen, Mike. So it's really the team that makes the best adjustments in real time, in between possessions, in between snaps. The team that adjusts the fastest and the most efficiently, they're the ones that come the end of the game. They tend to have the advantage.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action with Manning. That's caught right side. It's Hopkins.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 4. First carry for David Montgomery. And this will be a Texans first down as he gets it to about the 34-yard line.
And the Texans first down.
To throw, it's Manning. Open man downfield. It's DeAndre Hopkins with the grab. That long one's going to bring them 1st and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line. It is a big-time play for Houston. 61 yards.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Scoring first, so critical in a playoff game. They've got it here 1st and goal. Here's a run. To the end zone. What a start. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Texans.
And we've seen this offense play at such a high level all season, Mike. There's no reason to expect anything different here in the playoffs. And now they can continue to let this crowd get into the game, turn the game over to their defense, let them play with a lead at home with the home crowd. And you're feeling really good about how the rest of this game can play out.
Good. Makes the score Texans 7, Steelers nothing. Adam Vinatieri set to
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. The first carry for the Spartan, Kenneth Walker. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. The veteran Darius Slay, they're on the stop.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Forced out wide. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. They get 12 yards on that pass. Good for a Steeler first down. From the gun, Here's the give to Walker. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 12 was nice last time, so they did it again. Another 12-yard pickup and another first down.
Steelers.
Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down. Shotgun run now with Walker. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
How would you like to be this running back here? You get the ball, you're thinking, all right, get through the line. And next thing you know, the big old D tackle's just waiting for you there in the hole. Nowhere for you to go as he takes you down for a loss.
The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. Tight end going in motion here. Williams to throw on second down. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up 1st and goal. Now it is 1st and goal. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. And that one is incomplete and brings us to the end of the first quarter of play. So a quarter in the books in the AFC Championship. 7-0 is our score. Back with more Madden Ultimate Team after this. So the ball still at the 8-yard line for second down and goal. To throw is Williams. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Zach Ball gets in there for the sack, and now it's 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Williams. Headed left, buying time. Taking off, and he's in. Caleb Williams. Touchdown, Steelers.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession. And they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop. And they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
That ties the game at 7. Cam Little to kick off.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Here's Smith to return it. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
At their own 22-yard line.
Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. To the air is Manning. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They're going to run the draw with Montgomery. And this will be a Texans 1st down. And they'll take it up to about the 33-yard line.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
One more time for Montgomery. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
2 yards on the
2 minutes to play. 1st half, all tied at 7. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this. Second down, 8 yards to go. To the air, it's Peyton. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. On the play fake, here's Manning. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Elijah Arroyo was the intended target. And that'll set up 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
The Texans set to punt this one away. And we will not have a return. This one hit in the field of play and bounces out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Throwing is Williams. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man running with them, and they connect. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a 1st down.
Vegas, Vegas!
They're going to motion the tight end over here. They send the tight end in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
There's certain guys, Mike, that have earned the right to make those tight window throws, and that doesn't mean that he's not going to get himself into trouble from time to time, but we've seen throughout his career his ability to make throws that other guys are either uncomfortable or unable to make is a big reason why he's kind of in a class all of his own.
He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down.
He was brought down at his 49-yard line. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Williams. Well, that one floated off his back foot. It is intercepted.
So it's third down, and it just seems clear that he's just trying to do anything to keep the drive alive. But even though you're trying to keep the punt team off the field, you just can't be careless and reckless. And that's really what he ended up being, Mike. And defense takes advantage and takes it back to the house.
The extra point try forthcoming. The kick is good. And the Texans will move out to a 14-7 lead.
14. Steelers 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
It's a gain of 10.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
Once again, it's Walker. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of a yard.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Vegas, Vegas! Punch slows, punch slows, punch slows, punch slows.
On second down, it's Williams. Huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Cowboy 80, go!
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's got it at the 3. To the goal line and in. Elijah Arroyo. Touchdown, Houston. They'll line it up to kick the extra point. It's up and through. And the Texans will take a 21-7 lead.
Steelers 7. Set to kick off.
Just 8 seconds now until halftime, and the kick's away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend the return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. We're going to put a man in motion to the right. Throwing on first down, it's Williams. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down. have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So, one half in the books. Second half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Lamar Hunt Trophy waiting to be claimed. 30 minutes away, unless, of course, we have overtime. We're back underway in the AFC title game. Moss in motion. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Vegas, Vegas!
Throwing on second down, Williams. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 12 yards on that hookup. That's a Steeler first down.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
A handoff, running left is Walker. And he'll be forced out of bounds and pick up a couple on that one.
Out of bounds at his own 49-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, here's second and 8. Here's Williams now to throw. Complete to the former Buckeye, Jackson Smith-Njigba.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. Quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Third and short yardage, and here's Williams. Got it with Smith-Njigba. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Steeler first down.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Now Williams. That one swung out wide to Walker. And he'll be out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
Oftentimes in the NFL, Mike, blitzing a good quarterback can kind of be feast or famine, because what you do is you actually speed up their process of identifying the open target. So in this case, it's an underneath safety outlet. But the reason he went there...
And he's into the end zone. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive, because they've still got some work to do.
14. Cam Little to kick off.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Peyton gonna look to throw. He'll swing this out to Montgomery. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A gain of 2.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 8. Straight ahead, it's Montgomery. We're going to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Some pretty good speed coming off the line there, and it helped him disrupt that draw. Well, I don't even think disrupting is the right word. He flat out stopped the draw, handing them a loss.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Manning. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
We need these 3 points. Vamos. We need these points. Make that kick. Make that kick. We need these points, guys. We need all of them.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Here's Manning. He'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. That screen goes for 12. And that's a first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
The first carry down for Rico Dowdle. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Keep it up. My man.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. We're back to crown an AFC champion after this. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll drop to throw. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Okay, ready? Here's 3rd and 7. They go play action with Manning. That's complete. He got it to Hopkins. 17 yards on that connection. It's good for a Texans first down.
That's another
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll break the huddle. coming up now for 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Montgomery. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
Trayvon Diggs on the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Steelers' 26-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground. Again, Montgomery. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts to get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in the 4th. On 3rd down, they go with Montgomery. And a good tackle out wide will hold them to a gain of just 3. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their 2nd. And they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. So now, a big spot coming here. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchdown. This is 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Williams to throw on 2nd down. He's going to air this one out. That's hard. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the 4th quarter. In need of a recovery and a quick field goal. Here comes the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away. And he'll be taken down. We'll see if they want to use that final timeout or not, but things are pretty much spoken for. Here now, a toss to Montgomery. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11.
And now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
Here we go, Shaq. Let's get it. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Down to a knee here. And cue the celebrations. They are on their way to the Super Bowl. So it's a win here for the Texans as they will lift the Lamar Hunt Trophy. They are off to the Super Bowl in 2 weeks as champions.
Next to the beautiful San Francisco Bay, 40 miles from where Candlestick Park once stood. We're at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Glad you could join us, football fans, as we get ready for kickoff. It's Kate, Scott, and Brock Hewitt up in the booth. And Brock, I want you to take us back down to the field. When you were a player, what are these moments like just before the game begins and you take the field for the first time?
Well, you wish you could hit fast forward. You wish you could just get to this, right? Because you are so ready to go. You've done all your work over the course of the week. And I think this is where it is a little different than maybe my era a couple decades ago. These guys visualize. These guys self-talk. There is so much mental work being done. They've already played this game in their mind in many ways, and they're just ready to go.
And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Now a run here with Amari on Hampton. This drive's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down. Working quickly here.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up...
It's Hampton on second. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Zach Vaughn with the tackle. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a gain of a yard.
Third down, give to Hampton. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. He will go. Touchdown, Detroit.
Touchdown, Detroit.
The Lions take a 6-0 lead right away. That one right down the middle. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Texans nothing.
The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Running it with David Montgomery. That's a Super Bowl caliber stop right there as they finish that play off behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
His first throw in the Super Bowl is intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, Detroit. So now it's 13-zip, Brock, and they've got to be even happier knowing that multiple phases of their game contributing to this lead early on.
I'm going to guess the defense probably not going to keep up with the offensive scoring touchdown for touchdown, but you can't script a better start.
Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
Texans nothing. Morton Anderson to kick off.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. 1st and 10. Back to the air following that pick 6. That's complete to the back. David Montgomery. Along the sideline, past midfield. Along the right sideline, there's space. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans reach pay dirt for the first time this game. David Montgomery with the touchdown.
I think he'll take his highlights however he can get them on a handoff, pin off a pass. It really doesn't matter. The important thing is he gets the ball, he gets the touch, and he can do his damage big time.
That one splits the uprights. And the Texans chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Texans 7. Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. Gamble now on the return. Showing a little burst so far. A Field flipping effort there as he's brought down on the opposite side of the 50.
Hey, listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone. So hyper-focused on offense and defense, often forgetting it's special teams in a play like that can swing a game. What a great return now to start out on a short field, and you've got to believe all this offense is thinking is let's capitalize and find that end zone.
1st and 10. Here's Hampton. Works his way to the 35. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions grow their early lead to 13.
Okay, that play right there, that run is exactly why this team wanted this rookie on their roster. It is so hard to break away from the pack at the NFL level, but this rookie, he's putting on a show.
The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. It's caught by Elijah Arroyo. Hits the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans lower the deficit to a single possession. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Here's Hampton, open the drive. And a power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Back to Hampton. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. It's Nolan Smith there for the side.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
Again, it's Hampton. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's a gain of 3. And the Lions.
1st down, and they go right back to it. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Now Allen going to the air. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. Brought in inside the 20. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions grow their early lead to 13.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket, but sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
That one right down the middle. And the Lions double their lead to 14.
Texans 14.
The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Set up the screen to Montgomery. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Dropping back to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it sets up 2nd down. Chance here for one final play before the end of our quarter. Now he'll throw off the play fake. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Lions come through with a big play to close out our opening quarter. So we're officially through one here in the Super Bowl. The Lions out in front. More Madden Ultimate Team action coming up on EA Sports. Back and beginning the 2nd quarter. Lions in possession. They have it following that interception on the final play of the 1st quarter. Hampton now up the middle. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Now an inside give to Hampton. Strong running inside the 30. And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions parlay the interception into points. Extra point attempt coming up. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions stretch their lead to 21.
Lions 35, Texans 14.
The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield.
To kick off.
And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Has a man downfield. It's Collins. Down to the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Nico Collins with the touchdown.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got single eye or too high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Hampton gets the handoff. And gets him around 6 there. Javon Holland there to make the stop.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I'd like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
And this hasn't been common side for him tonight, but the defense wins this rep. He's limited to no gain on the carry. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3. Plenty of points already, partner, as we have reached the 2-minute warning. More from Sunday Night Primetime on the other side. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Running it with Hampton. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Manages a gain of 3 there. And the Lions have a 1st down.
1st down, Lions.
Now a run by Hampton. And this give not as fruitful. They're on him quicker this time. He's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
And 2 yards all he can get. It's third down. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Allen on third down. Escapes the pocket. He's going to run for it. Fights his way through a tackle. That's the first down, and he's still going. Keeps it moving. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Lions boat racing them to the halftime locker room. That, without a doubt, Brock, one of the longest scrambles that you and I have seen, and we'll probably all see for a while, and it ends in a memorable touchdown.
Yeah, we're going to see that again and again and again on replays after this game. Probably on TV all week long. Quite the effort from somebody who proved he could be quite the runner when called upon.
That one splits the uprights. And the Lions stretch their lead to 21. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. 1st and 10. Trying to throw this from the gun. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans chop some of the lead off before the half. Nico Collins with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. And that, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our audience isn't, his 4th first-half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a second half to match this one. That one right down the middle. And the Texans get it back to a 14-point game.
Texans 28. Adam Vinatieri set to
the kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. There's 35 seconds to go in the half as they are ready to begin their drive. On first down, Allen. On the move, headed right. He can run it. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's second down.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And he even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Working from the gun, it's Allen. Chased out to his right. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. Amazing concentration. That deep ball was tipped, but he still caught it. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions get more points to end a lopsided first half. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side defensively they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half. Working on first down. As his man, it's DeAndre Hopkins. Houston calls it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. To throw here on first down. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
18 Cardinal, 19 Lion. Riggs, go.
Another throw here on second down. Look at that power, deep right. This is brought in at the 15. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
At the 13-yard line.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with first and 10. From the red zone on first. And this is going to be a Houston touchdown. The Texans chop some of the lead off before the half. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
So the penalty makes this try even easier for him. That kick a whole lot easier after that penalty, right? And he sends it through.
Lions 49, Texans 35. Adam Vinatieri.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So no return this time. Let's see if they run a play or if they just decide to kneel out the half.
35-yard line.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Looking to throw. Buys time, rolling right. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. His final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
Morton Anderson to
Enough
kick off.
waiting. Let's crown a champion, shall we? The second half of the Super Bowl is underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, first and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. Offense in the hurry up here.
And the Texans first down.
Throwing now on first down. Completed over the middle. And they make the tackle at the 38. A pickup of 17. And it'll be a first down, Texans.
That's another.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion, but they can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route from man coverage.
Back to pass on first and 10. Marshall there to bring it in. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
That's another Texans first down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
They'll run the draw with Montgomery. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
First down run, nabs him 5, now second and 5.
Let's go now.
He'll work against the blitz. Jump off, caught by his back. And he's not going to get the first. He made it real close, though, didn't he, Brock? It's a gain of 5, third down coming up.
brings up third down.
They'll try to run for it with Montgomery. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Texans cut into the lead coming out of halftime. David Montgomery with the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one splits the uprights. And the Texans chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Hampton. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And all it can get is a yard here, Brock. It's going to be 3rd down.
35-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. Here he goes, 3rd and long. The Texans closing in, and they get to him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
A loss of 9 yards. Another 3 and out.
Offense staying out there. Looks like they're going for it. He's back to throw. Trying for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him a 1st on 4th down.
1st down, Detroit.
This is it, everyone. Only 1 quarter between us and a Super Bowl champion. The Lions in a new spot here. They have it late with this lead, seeking a devout fan base's 1st ever title. A run now with Hampton. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
Now running here with Hampton. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. Far from the first time we've broken down one of his touchdowns in this game, partner, but man, they seem to get more impressive every time.
And I don't care, Kate, if they're all 1-yard plunges, if you're up over 300 yards. A 4-touchdown game will forever live among your greatest career highlights. You can go several games without even scoring 1. So to get 4 in 1 contest, you'll never, ever forget it.
The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
He's going to loft one deep to the left. brought in inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12.
It's a gain of 53 yards. And the Texans first down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
First down, they'll run with Montgomery. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Texans 14 points back. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Pass play coming here. That one's incomplete in the end zone. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, kid. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, and let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either.
The clock rolls as the Texans try to hurry their offense to the line.
6 yards. It's 4th down.
Here he goes. Gotta have this on 4th down. Throw is caught by the back. And they stop him. No touchdown, no first down. That's a turnover on downs near the end zone.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Gained a little bit there. Kind of feels like a gain of nothing. You know why? Because you're still playing with your backs against the end zone. No real breathing room and no margin for error.
It's Hampton on 2nd. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Defense nearing a stop. Need to hold once more here on 3rd down. Running back sent in motion. They'll throw. 3rd and long. Forced out to his right. Chucks this one deep down the right sideline. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. The Lions readying for the punt. And thankfully, he hasn't been needed until the final quarter. And he gets it away from his end zone. He'll start from the 39. Crosses the 40. And they'll finally get him down at the 37-yard line.
At the 37-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Hopkins making the grab downfield. And he hits the end zone. Touchdown! I hope nobody left early, Brock, because we have still got a game. That is his 6th passing score of the game. A lot of quarterbacks could go several weeks without throwing that many touchdowns. And now, keep in mind, he's only one off the NFL record of 7 in a single game. That one right down the middle. And the Texans chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Texans 49. Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. And they're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. This is Hampton. He will have the Lions first down, and they can start to celebrate now. This one's over.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Going to the ground again on first. Winning there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one. Houston calls it 2nd timeout.
2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Shotgun give to Hampton. And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards. Now with 8 seconds remaining in the game, they're going to burn their final timeout. Texans going with 6 DBs for this third down. They're in dime. They've got a man in motion. Setting up to pass. He puts some air under it, deep down the left. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that brings up 4th and long.
You know, that type of play is so doggone impressive, not just because it saves a touchdown. He had timed that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or letting him establish a possession for the score.
And that's a stop. The offense stayed out there on 4th, but now they're headed off after they turn it over on downs. And Detroit has done it. One of the league's oldest and proudest franchises has finally reached that pinnacle. Lions fans, can